for 17 days.
Oh, my God.
Which, imagine at 15 years old how brave these guys were. And at 17, my dad and his brothers joined the service. So
that's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
You think about what 15 and 17-year-olds are doing nowadays for the most part. A lot different than your dad and your uncles.
Yes, and my dad never spoke of this. My uncles never spoke of this. I knew they all went in the service, and not much more than that. So through the journey, what I found out also, or what Claudia was kind enough to do, she did a presentation in front of Congress, which is on YouTube, did a tribute to the 5 Joseph brothers, which was absolutely wonderful. Then about another 6 months later, she was able to gather all of my dad's Bronze Stars and various other awards that he earned through his battle.
Yeah.
And they did a beautiful presentation at the Fort Oswego, whereas there was a tank commander from from the Gulf War who spoke, and she did a beautiful presentation, and she gave me a shadow box with all of his battle stars and various other awards. They flew a flag in remembrance of the 5 Joseph brothers over Congress and over the Pentagon, and gave me that also. They also they did a beautiful job of framing all the words with the tribute to the Joseph brothers, and they just did a wonderful, wonderful job showing respect of their service.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty incredible, and it shows you what Andrew brought up about how, 17, 18-year-old today, we're not thinking about important things like this.
No. And unfortunately,
but back then, it was everybody. We needed everybody. It was a world war, and boy, it's just incredible how quickly they must have grown up. That generation.
Yeah, seriously.
How quickly.
Truly the greatest.
They were forced to grow up. It's unbelievable.
And now you've got 15 and 17-year-olds killing each other in the streets, unfortunately.
And just awful.
They came back. They all did a great job raising families.
Yeah.
Took care of all of their responsibilities. They never whined or talked about it. They just went on with their life, and as if nothing happened, which is truly incredible. Today we're in a media where we're talking about everything. Those guys didn't talk about it. They just went on with their lives.
Great story, and a great story to tell here on Veterans Day.
Thank you.
Had to be so awesome for you to be able to get those back and to have that honor. So a thank you out there to Congresswoman Claudia Tenney. And Joe, thank you for telling the story here this morning.
Thank you for allowing me to share this with you
right.
and the audience. Really appreciate it.
Have a great day. Thank you. Joe's a great guy, helps out a lot of people, and probably took on some of that from his upbringing. But it is really incredible how this Veterans Day, we kind of take it for granted, but we really shouldn't.
Indeed.
Yeah. Okay, coming up, we'll get to Hobica's free money question of the day. Then we're speaking with John Zogby. Presidential election results, Senate, House, where do Democrats go from here? And what did he think of the polling? And what happened? We'll get to John Zogby coming up in a few minutes. But let's start with Hobica's free money question of the day. Davey, you're looking for caller number what here this morning?
Caller 6.
Sixth caller right now, 315-736-0186. $150 on the line. Caller number 6 right now at WIBX.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. This holiday season, make your home shine with elegance from Adirondack Home Furniture. Wrap yourself in comfort and create warm holiday memories with family and friends on one of their beautiful sofas or sectionals handcrafted for togetherness. When it's time to eat, Adirondack Home Furniture's dining collection will be the centerpiece of your holiday feast. Celebrate a peaceful escape this year when you gift yourself an Adirondack Home Furniture bedroom transformation from the ordinary to a sanctuary of serenity serenity and relaxation. Handcrafted perfection. Experience the magic of the season with Adirondack Home Furniture. Visit them today and let them help you create a home that's a reflection of your impeccable taste at Adirondack Home Furniture. Horatio Street in Utica at the former Riverside Mall. Browse their inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com. Happy holidays from Adirondack Home Furniture, where quality is not expensive, it's priceless.
You're a man with a plan.
I know.
You'll propose to her on that family trip in front of everyone. Brilliant.
I know.
You know the trip is only a month away.
But I don't have a ring.
Luckily, there's GageDiamonds.com with engagement rings in every style for every budget with certified natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, and moissanite.
Can I finance it?
Gage lets you buy the ring today and pay for it over time with our no credit needed financing.
Brilliant.
Yes, we are. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
Exclusions apply.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
You'll find no shortage of work to do in a New Holland Workmaster or Boomer compact tractor. Available now at Clinton Tractor. Get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no payments for 90 days, or choose cash back on these 24 to 55 horsepower compact and subcompact tractors. Stop into Clinton Tractor today or at clintontractor.net. Offer ends soon.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Throughout the entire month of November, take $100 off instantly on any 4 installed Bridgestone or Firestone tires, including popular winter tires like the Firestone Winter Force and the Bridgestone Blizzak. Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals is ready to serve you. Schedule your appointment today online at tallmanstires.com. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Get the best tires for your vehicle at unbeatable prices guaranteed.
This Thanksgiving, don't let the turkey slow you down. Hi, everyone. This is Lisa from Fit Body Boot Camp. Stay active and feel great this holiday season with me and my team of personal trainers at Fit Body Boot Camp. Whether you're looking to burn off those extra mashed potatoes or start your day with energy, Fit Body Boot Camp has the classes and equipment you need. Just give us a call. You don't want to miss these end-of-the-year specials to help you finish out the year strong. Come see us at Fit Body Boot Camp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Hospice and Palliative Care invites you to their cocktails and candlelight party, an evening filled with warmth and joy. Join them at Harts Hill Inn on Friday, November 15th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's the perfect way to usher in the Light Up a Life holiday season while supporting a great cause. Enjoy drinks, delectable food, and music, all shared with wonderful friends. Your presence helps support hospice, making a difference in the lives of those in need. For tickets, call 315-735-6484 or visit hospicecareinc.org.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
Good morning. Good morning. People can let Davey know if you're watching on YouTube that everything is... I realize there's not a picture up, there's a graphic up, but I just want to know if the audio sounds good. It sounds good now, Davey, but what happens when I do this and I switch to the camera? Keep listening and see if it switches. Is it bad or is it okay?
Like crap, do we sound good?
Let me kill the music. Is it bad or is it okay?
How does it sound?
Are you looking
How
at,
does it sound?
Are you looking at the? Is it bad or is it okay?
No, it sounds good.
How does it sound? Are you looking at the?
Sounds better.
Okay.
No, it sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Davey.
Does it sound good?
It sounds good. No, it sounds good. Gary is in Utica, ready to take a shot at Habakkuk's free money question of the day. Good morning, Gary. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Bill? I called before about the vets, remember?
I did. That was a great story. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I got a great question for you today, and it involves Veterans Day.
Love it.
As a matter of fact. All right, here we go. Here is your question. For $150, here's your question. The 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month was originally not Veterans Day. It was what? What was it called?
Day.
Okay.
Armistice Day.
You're right. He wins $150.
What is it?
It's Armistice Day. He's absolutely right.
All right.
He would know that.
Deservedly so.
We all should know that, right? So that is, of course, why Veterans Day is always on the 11th day of the 11th month. It was the end of World War I, which was a brutal, brutal, brutal war. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, listen, Gary, nice job. Congratulations. $150 for you. This is a prosperous November for everybody but Hobica. All right.
Hey, Bill?
Yes, sir.
Bill, can I share one veteran story about my dad?
I would love to hear that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Okay, well, he was in World War II, and he was stationed in Guam and Okinawa. Listen to this one. So there were 20 of them underneath the tent. They were sleeping in tents. All of a sudden, a hurricane came.
Wow.
And guess what? My dad and another guy is the only one that lived out of 20.
Wow. And it was a hurricane. It was Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it hit so fast that they didn't expect it. And my dad would be up in the towers, and the towers would just sway, you know.
Yeah.
They had bombers and all kinds of stuff, but you know what? Thank God it preserved my dad. And, you know, my dad's very quiet about it, too. You know what I'm saying, Bill?
Yep. I certainly understand that. Maybe I don't understand it, but I certainly see it a lot. So, okay, Gary, thank you for your service. Stand by. It's an app. Listen, it is perfect today that we have a veteran that walks away with.
I love that.
Yeah. Stand by. Davey's going to hook you up. Okay.
Thanks, Bill. You have a great day. Okay.
You do this. You do the same, Gary. Thank you. I dropped him, Davey. You're gonna have to call him back. I'm sorry.
Call back if Davey doesn't get right back to you. Call back.
I believe, if I can, that YouTube is working correctly. Also, if you have any stories you want to tell, there are a lot of great stories.
Yes, please.
Some very sad stories as well out there today on Veterans Day. So a salute to all veterans here on this Monday, the 11th of November. On the line right now is John Zogby from Zogby Strategies. The presidential results are basically in now. Senate in for the most part, and the House is still, although leaning Republican, pretty much will be Republican, but it's still, in some cases, in the hands of the counters, those who are counting the ballots. John Zogby, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good. Are you surprised by the outcome?
Yeah, very much so. I think, on one hand, we pollsters captured the demographics. That males overwhelmingly for Trump, females, for Harris. The marriage gap, the education gap, and so on. I think what we missed and what was surprising was the low Democratic turnout. So I've been doing this 40 years, and generally, more Democrats show up to vote than Republicans, including 1984, the Reagan landslide. And this was an instance where Democrats just did not show up to vote. There are two ways of looking at it. One was percentage-wise. 35% of the turnout was Republican, 31% was Democrat. The other way to look at it was Joe Biden got about 81 million votes 4 years ago. Kamala Harris got 70 million votes this year. Trump kept his total at about 76 million, but there were far fewer Harris supporters that came out to vote than Biden.
So how do you explain that?
Well, it's easy to do it in retrospect, but even though there was fear of Donald Trump, and I'm talking from the point of view of Democrats and Democratic leaners, there was fear of Donald Trump. On the other hand, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? And resoundingly, folks said no. And what I guess we didn't anticipate is that they wouldn't turn out to vote. as opposed to just simply voting for Donald Trump.
There's a graph that is going around that shows previous elections where, I don't know, 50, 60 million, 70 million people voted. And then all of a sudden, during Biden's election, 80 million Democrats voted or voted for Biden. The implication is that votes came from nowhere. The election really was rigged. When you see graphs like that are going around, how do you respond to that?
Well, it's nonsense. Look, it's an ungainly procedure. It all has to be counted in a short period of time. But I mean, how do 20 million extra voters sneak in?
Right.
Without somebody paying attention.
Well, when you have Republicans and Democrats, each board of elections is basically local throughout the country. Sure. There is no national opportunity for somebody to cheat.
No. And there'd be evidence, and if there were whistleblowers who came to the fore, it'd be the hottest story of the century.
It would, right. Whether you're a mainstream media, whether that would be a huge story. There would be someone out there ready to say, I'm running with this and I have evidence. I have proof.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it didn't happen.
So how did, now the finger pointing is going on in the Democratic Party. Biden should have got, actually, to me, the mistake that was made by Democrats is Biden shouldn't have been running in the first place. They should have stepped in before 2 years ago when he was planning to say, I'm running. They saw the decline, but they looked the other way. To me, that's the big mistake.
It was a big mistake, and they figured, hey, he beat Donald Trump the first time, and he was the only person who could go head-to-head with Donald Trump and tell him to shut up. And so they figured he did it once, he could do it again. But it doesn't even enter into the realm of a miscalculation. It was just wrong. He was not fit to run for a second term. He had promised that he'd be a transitional figure, and the party should have had an open debate and allowed its candidates to air their views and test their personalities in the primary system. Frankly, I don't like all the piling on of Kamala Harris. I thought she was a good candidate and a credible candidate, but I think she was overhandled.
Yeah, when you say overhandled, that's very interesting, because one of the complaints that I think everybody has is she was so calculated in every word that came out of her mouth, and people said they just couldn't figure out who she was and therefore couldn't trust her.
Exactly.
They not only they were careful about every word that came out of her mouth, but every time they allowed her to speak, and it was fewer than more. You feel that was a major problem?
Oh, that was a huge problem. She played it so cautiously, she didn't really get a chance to define who she was. The other thing, too, is that she had the Biden years. She was loyal to the Biden years, and she took every opportunity to co-own and co-brand the last few years, meaning it set herself up for taking the bad with the good as well. And so, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Well, that's Harris too.
Yeah. All right. Now let's look to the other side. This is a real major opportunity, I would say, for Donald Trump. The one thing he said on election night is he will be the unifier of the United States. How do you feel about that?
Well, MAGA is no longer to be seen as a fringe movement or an aberration or a protest. It is a majoritarian movement now. They won majorities in every state and overperformed in every state, overperformed expectations, and it was an electoral college landslide. So on the pro side, he gets to be gracious, and he gets to a second act as president, whereas there were mistakes in terms of hiring, naming administration, shooting from the hip. He now has really genuinely the opportunity to govern. The downside is he's got to govern, which means you have to deliver. And MAGA can implode if if voters don't think there's a reasonable delivery on the promises that he made.
So, one of the complaints you hear from a lot of people is that, Democrats have called him Hitler and called him a Nazi and all of these things over the course of the campaign, and now everybody's supposed to come together. How does that happen?
Well, it could start right at the top. I think both sides agree something has to be done. You have to fix the border. There have to be tax cuts for the middle class. There are genuine things that need to be done upon which you can achieve consensus and even bypass congressional leadership that are maybe locked into this hyper-partisanship. But it's the guy at the top who has to start it, who has to set the tone. Now, what does he want his legacy to be? The baddest guy in town who said he would fill his administration with revenge, or does he look at his legacy, future legacy, and say, here are major problems, and I either fix them or put us on the road to fixing them? And that's purely his choice. But he has that opportunity. He has a mandate to govern.
Andrew.
So, John, there's some interesting stuff happening in the Senate. At least there's reports of it happening in the Senate where Mitch McConnell is looking to hold these. I don't know, that's probably a typical thing to have happen here post-election, but to have the Senate leadership votes happening relatively quickly. A lot of people critical of two of the three possible candidates for Senate leadership as far as Republicans go. John Cornyn and John Thune, who have in the past been critical of Trump. What are your thoughts on these Senate leadership roles? How will the vote go, and how do you see it kind of going? Do you think Rick Scott has enough support from fellow senators to maybe take that position?
Rick Scott, headed the Democratic Senate campaign committee, harder edged than the other two. I don't think that he has enough votes. My guess is that it would go to John Thune. That after, kind of the debacle in the House leadership, finding a speaker and then rallying around a speaker, I think the Senate wants to get this done as quickly as possible. Now, the important thing is that, and I'm pushing Rick Scott aside, is that Cornyn and Thune, are not flamethrowers, and to the best of my knowledge, are both credible figures within that caucus. So, yes, they better get this vote done and out of the way so that they're ready and in place by January 1st.
Yeah. And then I want your take on Elise Stefanik. It looks like we're hearing the New York Post is reporting that she has accepted the role and United Nations, and she'll be leaving her position, which
will cause all sorts of
chaos. Is going to create a domino effect that is just unbelievable. What are your thoughts?
Well, clearly Elise Stefanik is someone who is a star, within the party, and you expected her to be moving up in some way. This is a high-profile position at the UN, and I read what you read, and so I'm assuming that is what's going to take place. She knows the camera very well. She became a conservative hero nationally when she took on the presidents of the 3 Ivy League schools. With that said, UN ambassadorship could be a springboard to a future run for the presidency, although it didn't help Nikki Haley all that much.
Yeah. And Nikki Haley is out, that announcement.
And Mike Pompeo. Made that very clear.
Yeah,
we're talking loyalty here, which, look, is a president's prerogative, but it will be interesting to see if there is, if not a critic, then at least someone who was not under the MAGA tent gets into the cabinet, because that has been a tradition. A major cabinet member from the opposition.
We'll see what happens, John, as always. And then finally, the polling. Is it safe to say...
Why do you want to spoil this conversation? We're talking nicely.
I am so sorry.
Come on, John. How long have you been talking about?
There were points when it looked like it was spot on, and then the night continued and the morning continued. Is this a moment for polling to really look and try to figure things out? Like, what went wrong?
It always is, even when it went right. It's always a moment to be looking at what you're doing. All I can say is something broke at the last minute, because all the polls, not all, but most of the polls were, plotted right around the same figure. One of the things that really baffles me is that we all went in showing that there was more enthusiasm on the Harris side than there was on the Trump side, and then look at what happened. Her vote just didn't materialize. The sheer numbers. She was simply drubbed. Yes, we got all of the demographics correct. We can point now to the future of MAGA. We can point now to the fact that the Democrats need an autopsy. But what happened to those 8 or 9 million voters? Why didn't they turn out to vote?
And that's not a little number.
It is not a little number.
Yeah. Wow. All right, John, I'm sorry about ruining the conversation. It was a pleasant one. I see it that way. So
take care, Bill.
We thank you. Thanks so much, John Zogby from Zogby Strategies. Wow. It is, and I said this is going into this would be a mandate, really, or a day of reckoning, if you will, for polling. And when I came in on Wednesday morning, I had said, based on, I'm reading the stories. I went to bed fairly early on election night, figuring I kind of felt like it was over anyway. The local races were done, with the exception of one. And when I read all the stories on Wednesday morning, everything was tight. And then by 6 a.m., everything broke. And earlier, Fox had actually called, I believe Newsmax had called it as well to Trump. But that's when the numbers started coming out that showed this was not only an electoral landslide victory, if you will, but when you started looking at the numbers, where Trump not only won big, but also made inroads in places like New York.
Yeah.
Completely not expected.
Popular vote.
And then he wins the popular vote. That was no part of any polling. So it is going to be interesting. It's harder to poll today.
And I've never gotten a call or even a text or any kind of correspondence from a poll.
I got 9 million of them. I got a ton of them, but they weren't really polling. They were trying to fundraise.
And how did you get my number?
And as I said, I get stuff from. I was getting stuff from Trump. I was getting stuff from my kids and my wife. So I was getting both sides, Harris and Trump.
Oh my gosh!
And let me tell you, what I find interesting is the Democrats are still fundraising. I saw an email yesterday from Nancy Pelosi saying, "You have to please help us win these House races." What is money going to do you can't get any more votes, Nancy? I mean, are you looking for money to be able to fight the cases legally, these races legally? But they're still trying to raise money. That's not a good look to me. And then quickly, I have 60 seconds. Lucia, good morning.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Lucy.
Oh.
You've been waiting. I know. I wanted to squeeze you in.
Wow, Mr. Zogby is phenomenal.
Yes.
Wow, he's the best. And he said everything so perfectly. And so did you. You did and he did. So
Thank
there
you.
isn't much to say. But what I want to say, absolutely on target. But I want to say is, somebody called me, and a friend of mine, and said, "Oh, Bill said that you were shooting outside, UNN." I said, "What? What are you talking about?" Maybe you misunderstood.
No.
Never be shooting anything.
First of all, Nobody said that you were shooting. It was a joke, which I said to you when you were on the air.
Yeah, some people just misinterpret things.
But in my mind, it was a bit of a funny visual seeing you and Ann out there with shotguns in the street.
Fire them off. I love it because it's funny. Yes. It's really funny because it's not me.
Yes.
It's something I can talk,
Yes.
And when I defend Bill, even when I defended you with Wacko, that it was on the radio anymore. He couldn't be on the radio for an hour. He was disgusting. Give me a break. He could never compare to you in a billion years.
Well, thank you.
And I told you, he's going to get out. Bill, he's not going to make it. Did he make it?
Well, we don't even want to get into that.
No. We're not going to. You get out. You have to get out.
Out of time. Anyway, and listen, don't go leaving this phone call and going out in the street and shooting any guns. Whatever you do.
No, don't shoot anybody. I talk and I'm happy. I'm excited. And I'm always like that, though. You know, Bill. I've been on the show forever with you, and that was always funny.
Lucia, and you always will be. I do have to break, but thank you. And you have a...
You're the best. You are. You really, really are. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
we'll talk to you soon.
Lucia, let me break. We have news coming up in a big hour next hour.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM is celebrating its 99th birthday with talk show host and comedian Jimmy Fallon.
Hey, it's your radio buddy Jimmy Fallon, and I am coming. This is not a drill, folks.
Jimmy Fallon, heard on WIBX and radio stations around the country weekdays and seen on his live TV show Saturday nights on Fox News Channel, is coming for one show only, Friday, December 6th at 8 p.m. at the Rome Capitol Theater.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Tickets start at $47 and are on sale now at RomeCapital.com. RomeCapital.com.
Bottom of the ninth on this show. I'm heading up to Utica. I'm doing the show live from WIBX tomorrow. Hanging out with my man Davey.
Jimmy Fallon, one night only at the Rome Capitol Theater from Keeler in the morning. And WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Celebrating 99 amazing years. Get your tickets at RomeCapital.com.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Show sponsored in part by First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Let's do this, baby.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome.
W295EI.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Town Square Media Station.
A sit-down at the White House. Gianna Gelosi, Fox News. President Joe Biden and President-elect Donald Trump will meet at the White House Wednesday morning as the president promises a peaceful transition.
For National Security Advisor Sullivan, the president will go through top domestic and foreign policy issues when the two meet on Wednesday. This is an opportunity for the president to tell Trump where some things stand and get Trump's take on how he plans to handle those issues. The priorities of the White House in the next roughly 2 months include delivering hurricane relief funds, passing national defense policy, and confirming federal judges. Funding for Ukraine is also especially important for this administration. Sullivan is confident that by January 20th, they'll be able to send Ukraine the full amount of resources and aid that Congress authorized. He also says the president will have the chance over the next 70 days to make the case that supporting Ukraine contributes to Europe's stability.
And that was Fox's Madeline Rivera. President-elect Donald Trump already speaking with leaders from the Middle East.
The Trump team tells me that these leaders are telling our president-elect that they want the killing to end, they want the fighting to end, and they think he is the one who will be able to do it. Now, the most recent peace talks in Qatar between the United States, Israel, and Hamas failed. The Biden administration has now asked Qatar to kick Hamas out of its country. Now, from the Israeli side, Prime Minister Netanyahu talking about Trump saying, "We see eye to eye on the Iranian threat in all its components and the danger posed by it. We also see the great opportunities before Israel in the expansion of peace and in other realms."
That's Fox's Matt Finn in Tel Aviv. Meanwhile, Trump already at work filling out his cabinet, telling the New York Post he will be nominating New York Congresswoman Elise Stefanik to serve as U.S. ambassador to the UN. He also announced on Truth Social that former acting director of U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement, Tom Homan, will be his administration's border czar. America's listening to Fox News.
If your approach to everyday aches and pains is to mask them, feel better for a few hours only to have the pain return and then repeat the cycle all over again, it's time to try Relief Factor. And the good news is, Relief Factor makes that easy. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. Instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it. How? Well, its unique formula of ingredients helps support your body's response to inflammation. Relief Factor was developed by doctors. It's 100% drug-free, and for so many people, the results are game-changing, even life-changing. So give it a try. Right now, their 3-week quick start is just $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. See how in a few weeks or even days, Relief Factor can reduce your pain. When you feel better, life is just better. So don't mask pain. Fight it naturally with Relief Factor.
The Republican Party is within striking distance of taking the majority in the House, with some races yet to be called.
There are 6 toss-up House races here in California, and Republicans are leading by slim margins in 4 of those 6 close contests. Republicans are just 5 seats away from maintaining control of the House. 218 seats are needed for the majority. Republicans have 213 seats, and Democrats have 202. As both parties wait to find out if the Republicans will have control of both chambers of Congress following President-elect Donald Trump's decisive win, there's continued analysis of just how Democrats lost ground with key demographics, including young people, independents, Black and Latino men this election. Vice President Kamala Harris lost all 7 swing states.
That's Fox's Christina Coleman in Los Angeles, California. The Senate is in firm control of the GOP, and now they're going to have to choose a new leader. President-elect Trump has yet to formally endorse a candidate for Senate Majority Leader, but one of his top allies, Elon Musk, is backing Florida Senator Rick Scott, who told Fox Business.
With almost $36 trillion worth of debt, 100,000 people dying of fentanyl or drug overdoses, open border, work military, we have got to change the way the Senate is run to get Trump's agenda done.
Fox's Jared Halpern has more.
Republicans will take control of the Senate next year, returning to the majority for the first time in 4 years. But Kentucky Republican Mitch McConnell, who has led the conference since 2007, is stepping aside, opening up a leadership fight. Senate Republicans are expected to vote for their new leader Wednesday in a secret ballot election. McConnell's number 2, South Dakota Senator John Thune, is facing Texas Senator John Cornyn and Florida Senator Rick Scott in the leadership contest. Whoever prevails will need to usher through President-elect Trump's agenda in a narrowly divided Senate. Jared Halpern, Fox News.
I'm Gianna Gelosi. This is Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 AM, 92.3 FM News Time 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. This update brought to you by John's Mobile Home Parts and Accessories in Oriskany Falls. For all your mobile home needs, it's worth the trip. Go to johnsmobilehomeparts.com for more information. Right now, it's 51 degrees under cloudy skies. Your full weather forecast is coming up. A Syracuse woman was airlifted to the hospital following a serious crash in Oneida County. According to deputies, Phoebe Klein was riding a motorcycle on State Route 365 in Floyd yesterday when she lost control of it and was struck by a truck. She ended up being taken to SUNY Upstate University Hospital for treatment of a head injury. Witnesses to the accident can contact the Oneida County Sheriff's Office. Utica police have made an arrest in connection with the November 8th shooting on the 1500 block of Howard Avenue. Investigators with the GIVE unit arrested 18-year-old Hylick Lacey of Utica in connection with firing multiple rounds into a home where multiple people were sleeping, including several young children. Police say investigators used surveillance camera video and other evidence to obtain suspect information to pinpoint the location of the discarded weapon following the shooting. Lacey's facing several charges and more arrests are possible. Police are also still investigating the homicide that occurred of a 19-year-old woman. One person was injured in a shooting late Saturday afternoon in Rome. Rome police say they were called to the Relax Inn Motel on Erie Boulevard East around 4 o'clock Saturday for a report of shots fired. On scene, officers found a 34-year-old man with a gunshot wound to the chest. The victim was transported to the hospital where he's listed in stable condition. Police say the victim is not a resident of the Relax Inn. Anyone with information about the case is encouraged to contact the Rome Police tip line at 315-339-7744 or Mohawk Valley Crime Stoppers at www.p3tips.com. All tips will remain anonymous. A New Hartford home was damaged by a fire Saturday night. Firefighters were called to the 52 Beechwood Road just after 6:30 p.m. Saturday for a reported structure fire. On scene, firefighters found heavy fire near the roof line of the home. The fire was quickly brought under control, and all residents were able to evacuate the home. Fire department Officials say the fire appeared to have started near a wood-burning fireplace, but the exact cause of the blaze remains under investigation. No injuries were reported. And the Rockefeller Christmas tree is being put up today in Midtown Manhattan. The 74-foot-tall Norway spruce arrived on a flatbed truck early Saturday morning after making the 140-mile journey from West Stockbridge, Massachusetts. The huge tree will be decorated with 50,000 lights that will be turned on during the annual tree lighting ceremony on December 4th. It is 8:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by the new destination Kia of Utica on Commercial Drive in Yorkville.
Here's the latest forecast from the WIBX Weather Center. Boy, what a change from 24 hours ago. Temperatures much milder this morning. Radar showing a few showers, really no significant rainfall. The clouds will hang tough and then cloudy into the afternoon. Late afternoon towards sunset, maybe a couple of showers. Still could get close to 60. Showers will end as we head through tonight. And then once again tomorrow, there's a slight chance of a rain shower, maybe a wet snowflake or two in the morning. Then some sunshine, much cooler, highs only in the mid-40s with a stiff northwest breeze. I'm meteorologist Ray Stejik at the Weather Channel on WIBX 950 AM and 92.3 FM.
Right now, 51 under cloudy skies. It's 8:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. The Buffalo Bills are off to their best start since 1993 after picking up their fifth straight victory. Bills quarterback Josh Allen threw for 280 yards and had a rushing score as his team beat the Indianapolis Colts 30-20 at Lucas Oil Stadium yesterday. Buffalo's running back James Cook also had a TD as the Bills improved their record this season to 8 wins and just 2 losses, which is good enough for first place handily in the AFC East. Their next game is Sunday against the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. The New York Giants, oh boy, what a rough time for them. They dropped their 5th game in a row after falling to the Carolina Panthers in overtime 20-17 in Munich, Germany. Daniel Jones completed 22 of 37 pass attempts for 190 yards, but also threw a pair of interceptions. New York is now last in the NFC East at 2-8 and will have a bye week in Week 11 before hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on November 24th. The Jets also in rough shape. They've now dropped 6 of their last 7 games after falling to the Cardinals 31-6 at State Farm Stadium. Rodgers completed 22 of 35 pass attempts for only 151 yards and lost a fumble. The Jets are still tied for second in the AFC East at 3-7. This just goes to show you how much of a lead in this division the Bills have. They could clinch very soon. The second place teams are 3-7. The Bills 8-2. They'll host the Indianapolis Colts in Week 11.
That. Holy moly.
The Knicks have lost 3 of their last 4 after falling to the Indiana Pacers 132-121 at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Rangers are seeking their 2nd straight victory after shutting out the Red Wings in Detroit. The Blue Shirts hosting the Winnipeg Jets tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden. New York is currently 4th in the Metro Division with 19 points at 9-3-1. Just goes to show how competitive that division is. The Syracuse Orange, they dropped 2 of their last 3 after falling 37-31 at Boston College. The 6-3 Orange will visit Cal on Saturday. And big NASCAR news, we have a winner. Joey Logano is the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series champion. The driver of the number 22 car held off last year's winner Ryan Blaney to secure the title from Phoenix Raceway. Blaney made a late pass on William Byron and trailed Logano by as little as 2 lengths of a second in a bid to win back-to-back titles. Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell rounded out the top 5 finishers. Do I have that correct? Because sometimes this is not accurate.
Right. He's a 3-time champ, Joey Logano.
There you go. For all you NASCAR fans, the season is over, essentially,
that ends
right?
the season.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
Well, it's the shortest off season in sports, so what are you worried about? What is it going to be in January? They're going to start up again?
February.
February. All right. I was going to say...
When pitchers and catchers report.
I was going to say Thanksgiving Day. It'll be back. No. Okay, anything else? Comets play today.
Oh, yes. There's a big Veterans Day game.
Yeah.
At 5 p.m., they're going to be honoring veterans in a ceremony ahead of time and get out there. The Utica Comets have always been huge supporters of all veterans. One of the most patriotic sports teams in the country. and they're going to have a big celebration for veterans at that 5 o'clock puck drop tonight at the Adirondack Bank Center when they take on Cleveland. Hopefully they'll get their first win of the season tonight.
So I'm trying to look at what we have to get in here. We got a lot to get in. I want to do this contest this hour. Your chance to win from Cliff's Local Markets and WIBX. It's our Free Fuel Fridays, and it continues right up until still a couple weeks to go.
Yes.
And each day you get a chance to win a $25 gift card. That's a gas card at Cliff's. You also could win a gas card and qualify online on our app, but only on the app. So you'd have to download the WIBX 950 app. Just search in Google Play or in the App Store for WIBX 950 and install it on your phone. You're a click away from calling us, and there's a little spot on there that says Free Fuel Friday Contest. You hit that and enter, and bingo, you're in the running, and you could win a $25 gas card this week. And then on Fridays, we draw for $500. Now, this morning and this week, we're making it a little more challenging, Andrew. Am I correct?
Yeah, we're going to make you work for it.
The contest we're going to go run with is Truth or Crap.
Truth or Crap.
And we'll do that in a few minutes. So
Love it.
There'll be a series of questions. Andrew will give me the question. I'll come up with an answer. You either agree or disagree. If you agree correctly, you get a point. And we'll ultimately get you to a $25 gift card, and then you'll qualify for Friday's $500. Somebody win $500 this week, a $500 gift card from Cliff's Local Markets and WIBX. Pretty cool. Early this morning, we had a $150 winner. Went to a veteran, as a matter of fact, for Hobica's free money question of the day. This is a prosperous month of November, and we're not even halfway through. Davey is shaking his head. I love it. New York Sash and their $25,000 home improvement giveaway. You can get details on their website at newyorksash.com. And you know the home show is going to be coming up in, I believe it is February. That'll be at Nexus. And it's going to be bigger than ever. They're using all three rinks at Nexus for the 2025 home show. Now you can go to their website and enter. There's a form right on their site. Click on the $25,000 home improvement giveaway at newyorksash.com. And think about it. You could walk away with $25,000 in new windows, siding, or bath products from their home, for your home, professionally installed by New York Sash. The winner will be announced at the 2025 home show at the Nexus Center. So sign up today. No purchase is necessary. Go to newyorksash.com.
Whitesboro Central School District is looking for bus drivers to join their team now. Whitesboro is a leading school system in central New York with 7 schools, 3,100 students, and a 92% graduation rate. You can help drive our students' success. When you drive for Whitesboro, you get pay that's based on your experience, great benefits, a flexible schedule, and summers off. Call Andy at 315-768-9740 or stop by the garage, 20 Wood Road, Whitesboro.
You're a man with a plan.
I know.
You'll propose to her on that family trip in front of everyone. Brilliant.
I know.
You know the trip is only a month away.
But I don't have a ring.
Luckily, there's GageDiamonds.com with engagement rings in every style for every budget with certified natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, and moissanite.
Can I finance it?
Gage lets you buy the ring today and pay for it over time with our no credit needed financing.
Brilliant.
Yes, we are. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagements. Middle name.
Exclusions apply.
Get your home ready for the holidays with Adirondack Home Furniture. With free local delivery, sale prices on in-stock items and special orders, and a knowledgeable staff, your home will be ready for the holidays in no time. Adirondack Home Furniture has a large line of quality, USA-made furniture from top manufacturers. Create your dream home for the holidays and beyond with Adirondack Home Furniture. Entertaining this year? Well, entertain in style with a beautiful top-quality sofa from Smith Brothers Furniture. Looking for a new recliner for that someone on your list? They have a large variety of power flex steel recliners and lift chairs in stock. Stop in today to Adirondack Home Furniture and get your home ready for the holidays. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, and home office, you'll find everything on your holiday list at Adirondack Home Furniture, Riverside Center in North Utica, or browse our inventory online at AdirondackHomeFurniture.com. Adirondack Home Furniture, helping you get your home ready for the holidays.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Black Friday is on at Mattress Express. Take 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. Save up to $1,000 on select Purple sets, $500 on Tempur-Pedic, $400 on Sealy, and $1,350 on Puffy. Shop nowhere else.
You're a man with a plan.
I know.
You'll propose to her on that family trip in front of everyone. Brilliant.
I know.
You know the trip is only a month away.
But I don't have a ring.
Luckily, there's GageDiamonds.com with engagement rings in every style for every budget with certified natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, and moissanite.
Can I finance it?
Gage lets you buy the ring today and pay for it over time with our no credit needed financing.
Brilliant.
Yes, we are. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
Exclusions apply.
Each store independently owned and operated and not part of a chain or cooperative buying group.
You don't need to drive all around. Just come to Santa Cotton Valley, best prices in town. Save on every bottle, every case, every day. Our 40-mile price match backs you all the way.
Our biggest sale of the year at Seneca Wine and Liquor in New Hartford and Valley Wine and Liquor in Herkimer. Save 20% off wine cases, mix and match. Just in time for the holidays, our 24-bottle wine advent calendar is here. This unique gift contains 24 expertly curated wines. Each drawer unveils a wine surprise, ranging from red, white, rosé to wine cans. Act fast, as it's a hot holiday favorite every year. Only at Seneca Wine and Liquor in New Hartford and Valley Wine and Liquor in Herkimer.
We're one big family with two great stores, ready to save you more.
WIBX.
This is Keeler.
WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Now back to the Keeler Show.
All right, Davey, we're going to do an opportunity coming up for, this is going to be exciting, Truth or Crap. And you could win.
Truth or Crap.
This week it's how we're qualifying people to get a $25 gift card. You get the $25 gift card, you're automatically in the running for the $500 Cliffs Local Markets WIBX gas card. It's $500 in gasoline. This contest you can't beat. And if you don't have the app on your phone yet, I have the app. It'll even put it right in your car. So if you have Apple Play, CarPlay, right, in your car, puts the app right in the car. It's always great to turn it on and hear the disclaimer from the NFL play over and over and over again. But I think we corrected that this morning.
Yes, we did.
All right, so in a few minutes, we're going to take a caller. Get ready. We're going to do it coming up in a second. Andrew, tell me what's happening over at SUNY Poly with this study that they're doing. And you actually, if you're a part of it, I believe there's some,
you could earn some
money in the game here.
That's right. Dr. Kazuko Behrens, she is a professor of psychology at SUNY Poly, and they are looking for moms that have children, and it's for a developmental study.
And she is on the line right now. Professor, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to talk about my research.
So, talk about your research. Explain what it is that you're doing and what you're trying to prove here.
Yeah, prove. I mean, not.
I know.
You're trying to get to the bottom of.
Yes.
Yes. So, just briefly, I'm a developmental psychologist, and I study children, their development, but also I study a parent-child relationship, in particular mother-child relationship, guided by a theory called attachment theory that explains why a child attaches to the mother. Now, you might think the mother because nurse the child or feed the child, but no, it's actually according to the attachment theory that the child attaches to the mother for survival. In other words, every single child must form attachment for survival. Now,
interesting.
yeah, and so this sort of evolutionary based,
Yeah.
if you will, is really about survival. And so I was fortunate enough that I, during my long graduate study years at the graduate school, my mentor, my advisor, was one of the leaders, top leaders in the field of attachment. So I received extensive training in theories and also different kind of measurement that I was sent for the training. So those are a couple of measures that I use here. One of those measures that are being used worldwide. So there's a couple of measures that might sound strange. The first one, where moms and babies come to our psychology lab, which is that when you open the door for the room that converted to be like a playroom, the heap of toys in the middle. Now, I never seen children were distressed by looking at the toys.
Yeah.
So you are safe there. So the mother-child come in, like, oh, look at those toys. And so they come in, basically mother would more like encourage them to play, explore their own. But if they want to, they can, play with them a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was just to see how they can explore in their own sort of things. And then there's a couple of things happen. Now, and then there will be soon a stranger walks in. Stranger is one of my research assistant, wonderful female, and nice, but it's still to the child, it's a stranger, right?
Yes.
And then to see how a child reacts to that. Most are, they by age year to year and a half, most are used to some kind of babysitting. So most of them are not distressed, but some kind of like very wary, who is this person?
Yeah.
And then, but then slowly, she would approach the child to see if she actually can play, sort of thing. Now the mother also, in the meantime, she would be signaled a couple times to leave the room. So that would be the separation from the child. And again, if there is somebody there in the room and they'll be distracted by all kind of interesting toys, most children will do okay. But then some are like, oh my God, my mom's leaving, where are you going? And be very distressed. So the distress is so normal. But then to extent of distress could be just due to maybe temperament or just it's nothing unusual about being distressed. Actually, in fact, expected. And then the second time it will be again. There will be a time where the mom, the child actually left alone. Now, in that situation, most babies will cry and distress, but then again, still sometimes, let me check out these toys again.
Right,
so
right.
they're going to be expected. But once again, if the child becomes so waiting and distressed, I will send the mother right away back in. Okay, so those are called strange situation procedure. Just because in a strange place, stranger walk in and separation. That's being done worldwide. Today, there was more than 20,000 babies worldwide participating in that.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So this is one of those gold standard measure of attachment that mom and baby will be participating. And then after that, they continue on with a free play. I encourage them to bring their own toys if they want to, or that we bring in more toys. Just a mother-child play, and normally that will do. So that will be the end of it for the first visit. So that will be anywhere between maybe 40 minutes at the most, or 45 minutes. And then I'll give a questionnaires for them, for mom to fill out. By the next visit. So that would be the first visit. Again, maybe 45 minutes, will be the maximum they can spend. And the second visit will be for mom alone. Now, she is coming to the EEG room. What's unique about this study is that nobody has done this. And I have already showed one of those international conferences back in France, in August or July rather, and they're so very interesting. Many people stop by, and what I'm trying to do was we put the EEG sensor net, which is not really comfortable, but it's not like old days, like put the gels and things like that. We don't do it, and we happen to have the most advanced EEG here. Machine in our school.
Okay.
256 electrode. That is really most advanced. We'll be only looking at the several selected electrodes area because that are the ones known to be sensitive to the recognizing face. So what I'm showing is that 50 negative picture, 50 positive faces, and then 50 neutral, and then 50 of their own baby's picture. And of course, that will be randomly mixed, and every 3 seconds will be some, those images show up. And to see how their brain, how the mother's brain actually reacts, especially in comparison to other images, to see when they see their child picture. Because there are different type of a relationship they create, different also the way they of course, all mothers recognize their babies right away. But how their brain recognizes that? Is that the baby? Oh, is my baby? Should I just approach right away? I mean, I'm talking like a brain talking. And then, is that the baby? Let me think about that. Is this baby that should I respond right? Or whatever that might be. And those are the things that usually so-called maternal sensitivity or maternal behavior usually always measure behavior. There's a number of measures. But this is the first time neurological way of looking at how their brain recognize their own babies.
That's
so
very
that's
interesting.
a new part, And then also, following that, I have a attachment interview, so-called adult attachment interview, AI. That's extensively trained. I also train others to do this. That is about 45 minutes to an hour or so, all asking about the mothers, about their own childhood experiences. And it's not what happened, because not everybody is fortunate enough to have a nice, wonderful childhood, nice parents. No, that's not realistic. But it's not what happened, but it's not how you think happened. So it's a perception of the childhood experience. Are you able to say that, what happened to me, it wasn't fair? Or are you going to say, hey, I was beat up? But that might be strong in some ways, a little bit of, idealizing and so things like that. So that really, and many people, not just the mothers, I've done, others people before, actually, sort of appreciated something later on, saying, look, I said, thank you for coming, but this is something I never really talked about it before to anybody. So that was refreshing experiences. So this also strongly predicts what kind of baby they would have, sort of thing. So the connection between strange situation and this interview, and then also neurological EEG data, that is what I'm trying to do. It's something new.
All right. How old should the child be? You're looking for new mothers, right? Or mothers with babies.
It doesn't have to be new. I mean, I don't mean new like old. but then
it could be an old mother. It could be an old mother.
Old mother, but as long as they have actually baby.
Yes, got to have a baby.
Babies are 12 to 18 months.
Okay, 12 to 18 months. And here's one question I do want to ask you. What I wonder about is this similar to, you have the scenario where the mother is very coddling. She is very pays attention. The minute the baby cries, the mother's in there and picks up the baby.
Swoops the baby.
Versus the child, and maybe in a tougher situation where the baby's crying and the mother doesn't come in. It almost seems like that child becomes more independent and not as attached to the mom. Do you find that to be true?
Well, actually, in attachment, it's not about the quantity.
Okay.
We don't say more attached or less attached.
Yeah.
It's about the quality of attachment. And then, yes, actually, interestingly, you're exactly right. There are babies who see in this kind of procedure that, when their mom leaves, like, I don't care.
I don't care.
And then when the mom comes back in, like, who are you? Like, I'm just going to knock. That kind of thing. There is some babies like that. But when actually heart rate were measured, there were those babies who pretend like, I don't care, actually as high as the other babies. In other words, so it's physiologically they're also being affected by. However, they actually already know by the age 12 months or 18 months, they already know how to mask their emotion. That's the amazing part of those infants. But then why I said 18 months, because this is particular procedure has been meant to be. Because once you get to the preschool age, they're used to separations.
Right.
So it has to be in a certain part that is still being, not to be too normal to be separated.
So we'll have I believe if we don't, we will have it posted on our website. Where can people go if they would like to, maybe they know someone who's a new mom. I don't want to say new mom, I'm sorry, but who's a mom with a baby, where can they go to be a part of this study? And it's really kind of interesting because we don't always get to be a part of studies around here. The fact that you're doing this,
get paid for them.
The fact that you're doing this is really exceptional, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. So the after 2 visits, meaning after the with a baby and the second time with mom alone, and I pay $100.
Okay.
After completion of those 2 visits, but then have to be a little bit patient. She would have to fill out a little form because actually ultimately this a check will be coming from New York State.
Okay.
So it won't. I wish I can give her cash on the same day, but that's not.
Fair enough.
Nonetheless, yes, you definitely get that's a part of the. I have to do that. So it's $100 per person after 2 visits.
Okay.
And then come to the email address. Is that I think you kindly put it in that. It's in the bottom part, BEHRNK at sunypoly.edu. That's my direct one.
Okay.
Because I found the other email that we just didn't work or something. So that's just directly. Yeah. So welcome any just even inquiries, and then anybody who actually my baby's too old, but that I know someone, whoever. So it's really it doesn't matter who. But then I don't expect somebody coming from. Syracuse, really.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's somewhere local.
Somewhere
I'm
local.
only looking for like 50 in total, although I already have several people. So, looking 40 plus people. But that's continuing on until the whole year, until next fall.
Okay.
So I know of some people who are just had a baby, and then they will be qualified.
You will qualify soon. All right.
So to get information and to email Dr. Kazuko Behrens, you can go to our website, WIBX950.com. It'll be right at the top of the page. Click the link, and you can get more information
Beautiful.
there.
All right. On our website, it'll link to yours, and it'd be great to talk to you after and hear your conclusions.
I would love to do that.
Okay, cool.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Doctor,
thank you very much.
Thank you so
for
much.
having me and for your time. Yeah.
Thanks
thank
so
you.
much.
Bye-bye.
Okay. We got a break. By the way, you get $100. And what is it?
Not even 90 minutes of your time.
Yeah, like 6 months to 18 months is the age of the baby. I believe that's right. Full details are up on our website at WIBX950.com. Still to come, $25 gift card. It's a gas card from Cliff's Local Markets, and WIBX is part of our Free Fuel Fridays, qualifying you to win a $500 gas card this week. And we have a chance for you to qualify coming right up at WIBX.
Hi, it's James.
And Megan from Destination Kia of Utica.
And one of the best things about being a family-owned local business
is that we get to give back thanks to our customers.
And we're going to have some fun doing it with our kooky charity challenge. Here's how it works.
Puppies and babies not included. I've said it hundreds of times, but now we want you to say it.
Team up with a local charity or youth sports team and upload a creative video saying our tagline. The top vote getters will share in $20,000 in donations.
And be featured in hundreds of commercials. Go to DestinationKiaofUtica.com for all the info.
Supporting the community and giving local, now that's kooky.
So go kooky for Kia at Destination Kia of Utica. Puppies and babies not included.
See rules at DestinationKia.com. No purchase necessary. No prizes. These are charity donations and sponsorships only.
You're a man with a plan.
I know.
You'll propose to her on that family trip in front of everyone. Brilliant.
I know.
You know the trip is only a month away.
But I don't have a ring.
Luckily, there's GageDiamonds.com with engagement rings in every style for every budget with certified natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, and moissanite.
Can I finance it?
Gage lets you buy the ring today and pay for it over time with our no credit needed financing.
Brilliant.
Yes, we are. GageDiamonds.com. We're engagement's middle name.
Exclusions apply.
Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your trusted tire experts. Throughout the entire month of November, take $100 off instantly on any 4 installed Bridgestone or Firestone tires, including popular winter tires like the Firestone Winter Force and the Bridgestone Blizzak.
Whether you're in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, or Herkimer, their team of professionals is ready to serve you. Schedule your appointment today online at TallmansTires.com. Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair. Get the best tires for your vehicle at unbeatable prices guaranteed.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, their U.S.-based restoration specialists will fix it guaranteed or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code CLAY. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
This Thanksgiving, don't let the turkey slow you down. Hi, everyone. This is Lisa from Fit Body Boot Camp. Stay active and feel great this holiday season with me and my team of personal trainers at Fit Body Boot Camp. Whether you're looking to burn off those extra mashed potatoes or start your day with energy, Fit Body Boot Camp has the classes and equipment you need. Just give us a call. You don't want to miss these end-of-the-year specials to help you finish out the year strong. Come see us at Fit Body Boot Camp, located in Whitesboro and Clinton.
Do you think our country's going in the right direction, or does it feel like everything's falling apart? If you're a bit concerned, you're not alone. In fact, Americans from all walks of life have taken action to prepare for whatever's coming next. And that starts with having an emergency food supply. Storing food in your home is the right thing to do, because we're living in crazy times, which explains why so many people are preparing. Right now, you can get ready, too, with a 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. It comes with delicious foods like creamy stroganoff, honey wheat bread, and mushroom rice pilaf, all offering over 2,000 calories every day. Their food kit lasts up to 25 years. Who knows what our country will look like then? But when that day comes, you'll be ready. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com now to order your 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com right now.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at TallmansTire.com.
This is Keeler in the Morning, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Portions of today's program brought to you by Fred F. Collis & Sons, heating, cooling, and insulation. And right now, there are so many programs out there offering up as we head into winter, from National Grid to Carrier, Clean Heat New York, Empower Plus program, offering all of these incentives out there. Not just incentives, but it's like getting a grant where you could have your improvement paid for. Imagine being a family of 4. You're earning $93,000 a year. You could receive an upgrade of between $5,000 and $24,000 on your furnace, on your on insulation, et cetera, and it could mean possibly no out-of-pocket costs for you. Collins has all the programs. They can walk you through it all. It'll start with the free home energy assessment. We had this done. There's nobody better than Collins in the way that they treat you, the work that they do. And then we had this assessment done, and they'll point out areas where you are having problematic areas. Could be an old refrigerator or light bulbs that aren't up to date. Believe it or not, that can really mess with your monthly energy bill. So we're talking about saving money here and possibly upgrading for free. Call Collis today. They'll walk you through it. Fred F. Collis & Sons, Heating, Cooling, and Insulation, 315-860-1301. On the line right now is Joe Cardinale. He's former NYPD Lieutenant Commander, and he is in the midst of an extremely close assembly race downstate, and he's been on with us for a while and is with us right now. Joe, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good. Were you military before police?
No, I wasn't. I was actually going to give my age away here. One of the last draft groups for Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
So, tried to join after that, and then they didn't give you what you wanted back then. I wanted diesel school, and they wanted to send me someplace else. So my next career was going into law enforcement.
Yeah. And again, thank you for your service.
That's
You are in a battle of a lifetime here in your assembly race. It's still too close to call. Any update today?
Well, they're in the midst of a recount. It's they have predicted that we were going to lose by double digits. They swore the last time this happened it was a fluke, but here we are with less than 1% difference. They can't even get the single digit right now, and I think it just came down to from the beginning of this race, I stuck to my guns. I said this is my platform, and I stuck to it. It was a law enforcement platform. It was a common sense platform, and it was, the funding, the way the one party rule up in Albany, and it resonated with a lot of people. You have to remember, we're in a 2-to-1 ratio here, Dems against Republicans. So the showing is tremendous. You had over 55,000 votes cast, and there's a difference right now of, I believe, 462 votes.
Wow. I do think that the message that really Democrats should be getting here in New York is just because you're overwhelmingly Democrat doesn't make it safe, right?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And, when you go to meet the candidates and you go up and you're the only one there and there's like 4 from the other party there and you're trying to get your point across, which I did, I feel very well. And I bring up the crime issue. And there was questions from an audience. I'll just give you an example. And it was about retail theft. And when I said, when you're driving the service-based, businesses out like Rite Aid, I said, this is what's going to cost the communities.
Yeah.
And I was accused of fear-mongering, and I had to stop and say, no, wait a minute. This is a question from somebody in the audience. So this is apparently important to somebody here.
Right.
So don't dismiss it as fear-mongering. And that's how it goes. And when you go to your base and you lie to your base, and you say this is the way it is, and you're being fear-mongered, or whatever it is, you're not doing your constituents any favors. You're not really, telling them what the real deal is across New York State. And my fear is this one-party rule, especially with Prop 1 being passed, is going to, create more dangers within our community.
Yeah, certainly we're reforming bail reform, but. If you talk
there's
to
a lot of work that needs
anyone,
to be done,
there's still a lot more work that needs to be done. Anybody that's in the legislature right now, there have been incremental changes, but so much more has to be done. And we're seeing it with these repeated cases of shoplifting or, teen violence in cities is out of control. Hey, by the way, it's now being made official. The New York Times reporting that Trump has offered Elise Stefanik the position of UN ambassador. New York Post is reporting that she has accepted. If she does, that seat's open. Maybe you run for that.
Move north.
Very conservative up there.
Yeah, you know what it is. Right now, I focus on the issues for my community.
I understand.
I'm committed to that. All right, I will not back down from that. It's not just to jump to something else.
Right.
It's to set out for the goal that's over here. And it just amazes me that as soon as the election was over, I was constantly asked by the local newspapers and everybody else about the Trump effect and everything. And I kept going back saying, I am not focused on the Trump effect. I'm focused on the New York State effect.
Yeah.
All right? And that's what it is for the unions, for blue-collar workers out there. And then when I see governors like Murphy, and then you see Illinois governor, and you see all the governors preparing, and Letitia James saying, they're preparing a battle with Donald Trump, and they don't understand who gets caught in the crossfire of that is the people in New York State, in New Jersey. I mean, where was this zest for justice when the border was breached and they came into our neighborhoods? I don't understand this, and people don't understand, and they're getting fed up with it.
Well, the battle, Joe, it's really it's the prelude, it's the setup for fundraising. That's all of what this is. So they keep throwing this stuff out there, and if you'll notice, any of these communications that go out, whether it be by email or even stuff sent to the homes, always has the area where you can help us fight the fight by donating A, B, C, or D to the cause. And it's a fundraiser. That's where they're going. It's ridiculous. I mean, the election is over. I don't know why you still need to raise money.
You know, I think they're preparing for the next round, which is, you know, what happens in politics. You know, this was my first run for anything, you know, of this, you know, magnitude.
Yeah,
I mean, I ran for union, spots and everything.
Sure.
But I have to tell you that the funding is crucial, especially when we're being outspent 3-1 in an assembly race. You know, that's how much they want this seat to keep it status quo. It's not. Right. I could understand if you took the seat to make a change, but this is for status quo. This is just to further Hochul's agenda up in Albany, and we knew she was going to go back to the congested pricing as soon as the election was over. And there she is, and she goes, "Well, maybe we'll tone it down."
Right.
But it's always the blue collar workers paying for everybody's mistakes.
Yeah.
It's always Long Island paying for New York City's mistakes, and that has to stop.
Joe, we'll get you back on. I appreciate it. We wish you, I mean, you're still in this. This is not over, and we'll check back in as soon as we know something.
Absolutely, gentlemen. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thanks so much for your time. Let me tell you about Tony's in Washington Mills. You want a Veterans Day buffet, an Italian buffet? What a great little stop out if you're not working today. Some people are not working. There's no school, no postal service, no government buildings. Go have a buffet, an Italian buffet at Tony's in Washington Mills, 11 till 3, pasta, the greens, sausage and peppers, everything you can think of, including Virginia ham, pork tenderloin, chicken cacciatore, pastas and fruits and homemade desserts. You can do it for one and take it home. It'd be enough for you to have a dinner for both of you. Tony's in Washington Mills. Enjoy the buffet today from 11 until 3, or call ahead 315-737-9172. They will deliver to you. It's Tony's in Washington Mills. All right, Davey, let's take caller number 5 and get him on the line to play a little Truth or Crap.
Truth or Crap.
And it is a chance to qualify for a $500 gas card from not only a $500 gas card, but in addition, a $25 gas card today for Free Fuel Fridays from Cliff's Local Market and WIBX. Caller 5 right now.
Ever thought of adding an adjustable base to your queen bed at Mattress Express? Buy a Bed Tech adjustable base right now for $9.99 and get a $500 prepaid Visa card. You heard me right. You get half your money back in a prepaid Visa card. Shop Mattress Express.
Each store independently owned and operated and not part of a chain or cooperative buying group.
You don't need to drive all around. Just come to Seneca and Valley, best prices in town. Save on every bottle, every case, every day. Our 40-mile price match backs you all the way.
Our biggest sale of the year at Seneca Wine and Liquor in New Hartford and Valley Wine and Liquor in Herkimer. Save 20% off wine cases, mix and match. Just in time for the holidays, our 24-bottle wine advent calendar is here. This unique gift contains 24 expertly curated wines. Each drawer unveils a wine surprise, ranging from red, white, rosé to wine cans. Act fast, as it's a hot holiday favorite every year. Only at Seneca Wine and Liquor in New Hartford and Valley Wine and Liquor in Herkimer.
We're one big family with 2 great stores, ready to save you more.
Hello, everyone in Central New York. This is Dave Letterman, your old TV pal. Remember me? I'm supposed to say something witty and funny here about Bill Keeler, but I've got nothing. Ever see a picture of this guy? That's a joke in itself. Anyhow, here's Keeler on WIBX.
All right, portions of the program brought to you by Ricky Z at Steve Ponte Mazda. Winning races and building award-winning vehicles for over 100 years. And right now at Steve Ponte Mazda, drive a new 2024 CX-30 SE for only $269 a month on a 36-month lease, or save with 0% or 0.9% APR financing on select new 2024 models. See the dealership for details. As Rick always says, come on down. Let's make your deal on a new Mazda, where it's always easy to do business. Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. I didn't read that whole thing, but I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah!
you do?
Hoo-ah!
It's a Monday.
We have a chance for somebody to walk away a winner of some gas here. It's Cliff's Local Market Free Fuel Fridays. And today we're giving away a $25 gas card. And you could, it is possible, you could win online as well by registering on the app. Download the WIBX 950 app. It is absolutely free. This contest is called Truth or Crap. And Andrew, explain how it works.
How it works is Bill will ask a question. I will actually ask the question to Bill. He will give an answer, and you have to say whether or not his answer is the true answer or if it's crap.
All right. Now, you got to get 5 of these right in order to qualify for the $500 and win the $25 gas card from Cliffs and WIBX. On the line right now to take a shot is James. Hi, James. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. You know how this contest works?
Yep.
All right. You need 5 of these. Let's get in here and let's get the card and let's get ready for Friday. All right, Andrew, here we go. You hit me with these questions. Go ahead. I am absolutely ready.
We have a little theme music here.
Oh, we do? Okay.
Yes, you just have to...
Hello, you... Medicare Part D open enrollment is now...
Stand by, everybody.
Cut my mic off.
Now, are you going to have to play that thing again? You're going to have to do that.
Hold on, I got to do this now.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I'm still trying to figure this crap out. Between the two of us trying to communicate with our eyes back and forth, it's driving me nuts.
All right, here we go. So
All right,
you
enough
want
of that.
to
Stop.
do this?
You want your computer up?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So the co-host computer, 9 different pots I got to bring up for all of this crap.
Are we
All
ready?
right, it's time to play the contest called Are You Too Stupid? They're on the board. All right, James, are you ready to win here? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Just say yes. Okay.
All right,
here we go.
Question
Andrew.
number 1, Bill.
All right.
Which dog breed was traditionally kept by monks in the Swiss Alps to find lost travelers?
It is absolutely the Doberman Pinscher.
The Doberman Pinscher. Okay, and
do you agree or disagree with that, James?
Disagree.
You're going to disagree.
And he is correct.
And
It
you're
was
correct.
the
Ding, ding,
Saint
ding.
Bernard.
It
Saint
is
Bernard.
the Saint Bernard. All right, here's question number 2. You've got 1 out of 5.
All right, which planet shares its name with a chemical element? Which planet shares its name with a chemical element?
Chemical element. What was that again?
Which planet in our solar system
Okay, all right.
shares its name with a chemical element?
Oh, of course, that's Mercury.
That is, yeah.
I believe everybody knows. Mercury. You're going to agree. That is absolutely correct. You're on to me now. That's good,
On
James.
to
You're
'em.
2 for 2. All right, question number 3.
All right, question number 3. What was London Airport renamed to in 1966?
Well, it is Heathrow Airport today, but I believe it was London International in 1966, and somewhere in the 70s it changed.
Okay.
London International is my answer in 1966.
I'm gonna agree with Bill.
Yeah, good idea. Wrong. Wrong.
You.
I don't think I told you.
Shot in the dark.
I don't think I told you,
were
James.
very misleading.
I don't know if I told you. If you don't win this gas card, I get it. So this is a battle here. All right, here we go.
All right, you get another chance here.
He has 3 already. No, he has 2.
So how many does he need? He needs 3?
5.
Oh, he needs 5. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the only bird that can fly backward?
The only bird that can fly backwards is, well, it's got to be the hummingbird. They can go forward,
they can go all
backwards,
sorts of different directions. Yeah.
side, up, down, all around. They can spin in midair. I'm going with the hummingbird.
I agree.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you did. You're now at 3. Only 2 more to go. Here we go.
All right. And who painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel? This should be easy. At
That's
least easy to
Michelangelo.
know if you disagree. Yeah.
Actually, he told Pablo Escobar to do it.
Really? Yeah.
And it was Pablo doing the painting, and Michelangelo, he
commissioned it.
Michelangelo is my answer.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, and then your
you're
final
4.
question
All right.
to answer and to get the $25 gas card and be eligible for the $500 prize.
Yes.
What is the main profession of Nintendo character Luigi?
He was, by way of Italy, a Turkish rebel.
Oh, really?
That is all he did his entire life, which is why he's able to move as quickly as he does.
Okay.
Very, very militant, Luigi. You'll probably want to disagree with that, right?
Yeah, I disagree with that.
I think that's a good idea.
He was a plumber.
He was a plumber. Congratulations. You won a $25 gas card from Cliff's Local Market, and you're in the running for Friday's $500 gas card giveaway. So stand by. Davey's going to hook you up, James.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
And listen, just thank you for tolerating us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It was fun.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Stand by. We hope you win on Friday. Stand by. All right. Listen, we do have to go, and I do want to tell you tomorrow we're back, but today think about veterans. It's a very, very special day.
Hello, Utica. This is Carrie Paleo, Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. I'm really excited to introduce more fantastic new businesses that have recently become a part of our thriving community. Be sure to support our new businesses and our local economy.
Manja Macrina, 470 French Road, Utica. T3 Building and Restoration, T3BuildingLLC.com.
Please join the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce in welcoming these new businesses. Here we grow again.
Oh, you've seen these before. Would you rather have to spell and pronounce charcuterie or step on a Lego? Next one. Would you rather start Social Security as soon as you can or see other possibilities? Lee Baldwin & Company can't help you with your feet, but they can help you find out why planning withdrawals can be as important as the investment. Lee Baldwin & Company. Find your investment answers at investtoday.com. Member FINRA SIPC.
This station is brought to you by Tallman's Tire, located in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Go with your gut. Your dog's immune system is based in the gut. A diet lacking in nutrients can cause itching, scratching, and a weak immune system. However, there is a solution. DINOVITE, Dinovite.
It took a grand total of 2 weeks. The dog stopped itching, the hair stopped falling out.
Try Dinovite for free. Just pay shipping and handling. Learn more at dinovite.com/radio.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dinovite.
Hey, it is the final weeks of All Seasons Outfitters closing retirement sale going on right now, up to 75% off. It's today. Everything must go in the store, going on now.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
A sweeping